My name is Yaritza, and I'm here to present the gender representation on different social media platforms of today, specifically Instagram and Snapchat, and how the two different genders have a difference in success and how their representation on these gender or on these social media platforms affect their careers. So the main purpose was to compare gender representation on social media, specifically Instagram and Snapchat, and how gender and gender stereotypes play a big role in their success. Um, yes. So my two related studies. There was a marketing CEO who did a survey or a research on how strategically she uses different influencers on different apps to promote her stuff and promote her PR firms and to make her advertising more successful through these influencers on these apps. And then my other one was my other research was for influencers actually discussing the differences between Instagram and Snapchat and which app they prefer and how each app or each platform um, helps them in their way of their success and how social media is moving and their preference and how different platforms causing them to success and use other apps more than the other. So in today's society, almost everyone owns a smartphone, and almost everyone is on one of these apps. So the main audience usually for Instagram and Snapchat is ranges from the age of 13 to 35, and then in the U.S., Snapchat is usually the one that gets used the most over Instagram. Mhm. So women's roles on Instagram. Um, so female models are the ones that are dominating the Instagram platform. I researched the top 50 model influencers on Instagram, and only out of all the 50, only four of them were male. So women are using their images and bodies to sell and advertise products and businesses. And then, as I was doing this project, actually, I was on my Snapchat, and on Snapchat they usually give you a daily news report about like different stuff that's going on in the world. And this one specific story actually caught my mind. It was there was this model who was a former chef before. Her name was Jem Wolf, and she admitted as to how her looks and how her looks have helped her gain these many followers and help her earn up to $30,000 a day just by sharing posts, fitness advertisements. I'm sure she has her own brand that she built off of this popularity that she gained on Instagram, and uses it to promote herself, her own brand, to make brand deals, to promote other businesses and advertisements, and that way she makes her money off of Snapchat and off of Instagram and just the views that she gets off of those basically. And she admits that her looks, that's the main thing that caught me, is that her looks were the reason why she is able to do this and is able to make over $30,000 per day on Instagram. Just crazy to me. On Snapchat, men are the ones who dominate the social media platform as well as using just advertisements in their posts. So the difference between Snapchat and Instagram is that Snapchat only holds a post on your profile for 24 hours, and on Instagram it's permanently there until you physically delete it. So men use this to promote things and stuff, but the key is that they're not using really, they're not their faces and their body images aren't on there forever to promote these things, but really more their authority and their name are used on these products and on their Snapchat to show people and to promote to people different things. So I also researched the top 50 influencers on Snapchat, and out of the 50, only 14 of them were women. The top dominant top 50 Snapchat influencers, only 14 out of the 50 were women. And like I said, they use their name and their popularity to promote products and businesses, and that's the way that they make their living off of that. And advertisements that come into their snaps. So Instagram versus Snapchat. Stereotypes are present in a way that females are seen as sexual beings and to be used to promote with their body images, while men are used as for their authority and do these same marketing skills. As I said, their name, their presence, their popularity, just their authority is used. While as women on Instagram are using their body, their face, their looks, anything to get the views and to get the people to want to see their posts and follow them. Based on Marketing Land, the research that I use, the usage of different age groups of the audience shows how Snapchat dominates the time and usage compared to those that use Instagram. I believe because of the gender dominance on each platform and everyone looking for the views and the likes, it must be very competitive. With most of the influencers making these platforms as part of their careers, they have to be respectful online with thousands of eyes watching and having an opinion of them on every move. And also, I do believe the time period that we are in has an influence as to why the two genders have a different approach to each app, as they are using these to make a living off of them.